We have here today another parcel from Legendex, 4-wheel drive in Brisbane. And before I open, I'll just point out that no, we are not sponsored by Legendex. We are not supported by Legendex. We pay full retail for everything we get. It's just that I think it's a quality product. Been around for a long time. They do up their boxes really well. Lots of paper. Yeah. Bonus. This package we've got a fitting kit. Paper. All plastic. And finally hidden inside all that packaging is their airbox. It's got an acrylic top on it so you can see into it. Just got coated at the minute for protection. The purpose of this is it makes the air supply waterproof and totally dustproof, as opposed to the air cleaner that comes out of the factory, which has been proven not to be totally dustproof. So we'll fit that on in a little while. So inside the box we have 4 clamps, 3 bolts, 2 rubber flexible joiners, a bit of hose, metal pipe I mean. The main box, drain plug down the bottom, big air pod on top, place to fit the factory oxygen sensor, and it has a thick rubber gasket, the acrylic top, and a bracket to hold it all together. Plus it's held together by 8 little bolts. Yeah, I find it strange, but there's no fitting instructions again. And when I asked if there was some fitting instructions, they said no, it's a direct factory replacement, so they don't provide fitting instructions. Well, I guess I'll see how it all goes. So since it's a direct factory replacement, we'll start by pulling the factory one out. It's held by 3 bolts, 1, 2, another one over the back, plus all the clamps and the sensor. So we'll just start dismantling. That's the uni filter that I've been running in this. That has only been in for about 3,000 kilometres maybe. And inside the top, let's have a look. Can't see. Pretty clean. So that uni filter seems to have done a fairly good job. Anyway, the new one's better insurance policy. So because it's a direct factory replacement, allegedly, we need to pull these grommets off and held the factory box on. So we're going to need to use those. I assume, no instructions, but I assume that's what we do. So we'll do that.
In the end, there was only a place to put one of the original rubber grommets. The other two brackets bolted straight on to the chassis with the bolts supplied.
So that little bolt down there I couldn't get to, so I've had to take the battery out to get to it. Okay, with a bit of farting around, I had this relay here. Its legs were about 10mm too long. It wouldn't let me get the box right in where it's meant to go, so I had to modify those. And then I've rammed the intake of the box into the end of the snorkel. Got to make sure it's not pinched and sealed. And we'll bolt that up. So, mistake number one with any instructions, make sure you put the inlet pipe on first before you bolt it down. Then get it into position. I just used one of the factory mounts there. There was no way of putting the other two on. I put the O2 sensor back on. That only goes in one direction. So now we've just got to see if we can get the rest of the piping on. Just one tip while I think of it, if you've got to take your second battery out, then make sure you disconnect the one on this side as well, because they are linked together. So when you take that out, that will still be live. Okay, so I've got one end of the hose on, one clamp. Well, that wasn't real easy. I'm not sure if there's an easy way to do it. I thought maybe if I connected this hose up first, it'd be easier, but then you got the trouble of trying to manoeuvre it into that one. I think that's the best option. Got a bit of struggling and pushing and twisting. And probably be a lot easier for somebody that hadn't had a heart attack 3 weeks ago. Well, there we go, that fits a bit better. We'll just tighten that up. Oh, there we go, it's all tightened up. Bloody hell, not going anywhere. Just grab the lid. So I've got this thick rubber seal. Make sure that fits perfectly, because that's the secret of this unit. Okay, so the acrylic top, line everything up, and the stainless steel cover. And then we bolt all that down. So just got to be careful when putting the battery in. That's the, probably can't see it, that's the drain hole down there. Just got to make sure that that's not pinched by the battery, which it isn't. And there we go, the final product. The only thing I'm going to do to finish it off is just put a bead of silicone around the edge of all those hoses. just to make sure it's 100% watertight, which it is. Looks good. It's an Aeroflow cotton filter, high flow filter. So, happy with it. Can't wait to test it out. There is just one small drawback to this oversized snorkel and the air cleaner. Not sure if you can hear it, but that is turbo whistle. Just hear it now with the window up. Not too bad, but just be aware these mods do make your turbo noise a lot worse.